The $800 duty-free loophole is over. What every seller must know after de minimis. If you sell into the US market but source your products from overseas, your business just got crushed. The $800 rule that kept your costs low is dead. The game has changed for every single person who buys or sells online. To understand how we got here, let's rewind to the rule that built e-commerce. For nearly 10 years, there was a magic rule in the US called de minimis. Under Section 321 of the Tariff Act, any package valued under $800 could enter the United States with zero import duties. No brokerage fees, almost no paperwork. This rule was the invisible engine behind US e-commerce. It let a small creator in Europe sell directly to a customer in Texas. It fueled the explosive growth of brands like Shein and Temu. It was basically a free trade zone for small packages. But that era is over. The executive order that killed this rule globally went into effect on August 29th. The system that defined modern e-commerce no longer exists. So what does this mean in the real world right now? Complete chaos. US ports and customs facilities are getting slammed with millions of packages that used to sail right through. Workers who never had to process these shipments are now drowning in paperwork. Customers are getting those dreaded slips in their mailboxes or emails from carriers saying their package is being held hostage until they pay unexpected duties. What do most customers do? They refuse the package. Sellers, especially those outside the US, are dealing with the tidal wave of returns, abandoned shipments everywhere, furious customers who blame them for fees they can't control. The customer service nightmare everyone predicted is here. Delivery windows are a mess. The cost of doing business in America just skyrocketed overnight, but not everyone is drowning. Some sellers saw this coming, and they're actually ahead of the curve. A fatal mistake sellers are making right now is continuing to ship directly to consumers from their home country. When you do this, US Customs looks at the retail price your customer paid. You sold a hoodie for $100, they calculate duty on that full $100. That costs you anywhere from $10 to $25 in tariffs. But successful sellers saw this coming. They shifted to bulk importing months ago. Here's how it works. They ship hundreds or thousands of hoodies at once in large shipments to US-based warehouses. These are called 3PLs, third-party logistics companies. Now here's the magic. When you bulk import, customs calculates duty on your wholesale cost, not retail price. That same hoodie that cost you $30 to produce, duty gets calculated on $30. Your tariff is only $3 to $7. Same exact product, same customer, but you save 50 to 70% on duties. This isn't a clever trick. This is now the fundamental cost of doing business correctly in the US market. So the question becomes, how do you adapt before this wipes out your business? If your business is feeling the pain right now, here's your survival plan. This isn't about preparation anymore. This is about immediate adaptation. Step 1. Model your new costs. Stop everything and calculate your numbers under this new system. You must know exactly what you're dealing with or you're flying blind into a storm. Here's your exact checklist. First, list every product you sell to the US. Find the tariff classification code for each one. Use the US Trade Representative website or hire a customs broker for an hour. Second, calculate duties on your current retail prices. Multiply your selling price by the tariff rate. That's your new per unit cost if you keep shipping direct. Third, get wholesale quotes from US fulfillment centers. Factor in storage fees, pick and pack costs, and inbound shipping. Most 3PLs charge $3 to $8 per shipment plus 50 cents to $2 per item. Fourth, model break-even volumes. How many units do you need to ship monthly to make bulk importing profitable? Usually it's 100 to 500 units depending on product size. Be brutal about your margins. Your old pricing might be completely dead, but don't panic until you have real numbers. Step 2. Test price increases immediately. You need to find out what your customers will tolerate. Start A/B testing price increases of 20, 25, even 30% right now. Here's how to do this scientifically. Split your traffic into 3 groups. Keep one at current prices. Test 20% increase with group 2, test 30% increase with group 3. Track these metrics: conversion rate, average order value, and total revenue per visitor. You might lose 15% of customers but gain 40% more revenue per sale. Run tests for exactly 7 days, don't go longer. Speed matters more than statistical perfection right now. Pro tip: Frame price increases as new US fulfillment pricing or duty-inclusive pricing. Customers understand they're paying for faster, more reliable service. Test different messaging too. Free domestic shipping and returns can justify 25% higher prices. Will your conversion rates hold? You need this data today, not next month. You have to discover how much of this new cost can be passed on to customers. Step 3. Pressure your supply chain. Get on the phone with your entire supply chain today. Apply relentless pressure on manufacturing and freight partners to get your costs of goods down. Here's your negotiation playbook. With manufacturers, explain the math. Show them how tariffs are killing your US sales. Ask for 10 to 20% cost reductions in exchange for longer-term contracts or higher minimum orders. Offer to pay 30 to 60 days faster in exchange for better pricing. Cash flow is often more valuable to suppliers than margin. Get quotes from 3 to 5 alternative suppliers immediately. Use these for leverage even if you don't switch. With freight partners, negotiate bulk shipping rates to single US destinations. Instead of shipping 100 packages to 100 customers, you're shipping one container to one warehouse. Consider freight consolidation services. Companies like Flexport can combine your shipments with other sellers for better rates. Every penny you save on production is a penny you can use to absorb these new tariffs. Explain that the viability of your US market depends on their support. Many suppliers don't understand what just happened. Educate them. Show them the numbers. Make them partners in your survival. Step 4. Find US fulfillment now. The conversation is no longer if you need a US warehouse. It's which one and how fast can they onboard you. Here's what to look for in a 3PL partner. Technology integration first. You need real-time inventory sync with your e-commerce platform. API connections are non-negotiable. Geographic coverage second. Look for multiple warehouse locations. West Coast for your Asian suppliers, East Coast for European suppliers. Central for fast shipping to most customers. Pricing transparency third. Avoid 3PLs with hidden fees. Get all-in pricing including receiving, storage, pick, pack, and shipping. The top players to evaluate: ShipBob for tech integration, Fulfillment by Amazon for reach, Red Stag for heavy items, Shipmonk for growing brands. Ask these specific questions. What's your average onboarding time? Can you handle international inbound shipping? What's your same-day processing cutoff time? Do you integrate with my platform? Get 3 quotes minimum. Negotiate setup fees away if you commit to 6 to 12 months. This has become the cost of admission to the US market. If you're serious about selling to American customers, you must have physical inventory inside the country. There's no other sustainable path forward. And here's the upside. US fulfillment isn't just about survival, it actually gives you new advantages. The savings from bulk importing often completely offset the cost of using a US warehouse. On top of that, you get massive operational benefits. Faster domestic shipping keeps customers happy. Returns become way easier to handle. Customer service headaches drop dramatically. Your customers get their products in 2 to 3 days instead of 2 to 3 weeks. That's a competitive advantage worth paying for. But how this shift plays out looks very different depending on who you are. For international sellers, you have 2 choices: adapt or die. Local fulfillment isn't optional anymore, it's survival. For US-based sellers, this is actually opportunity. Your overseas competitors just got hit with massive cost increases. Many won't survive. Less competition for you. For US consumers, the world of online shopping just got smaller and more expensive. Those amazing deals from overseas, many are gone forever. For platforms, giants like Temu and Shein are scrambling to rebuild their entire logistics operations. Some smaller platforms might not survive at all, and these ripple effects will shape the long-term landscape of e-commerce. This is the biggest shift in e-commerce logistics in over a decade. It's disruptive, it's painful, but it's permanent. The era of frictionless global e-commerce is over. We're entering a new age where location matters again. So what strategies actually work in this new reality? By embracing local fulfillment, you're not just surviving, you're setting up for long-term success. Aggressive price testing helps you find the new equilibrium with customers. Supply chain negotiations keep your costs manageable. The brands thriving right now are the ones who moved fastest. They didn't wait. They didn't hope this would go away. And here's a quick hack. If you're sourcing from Asia, like China, you need a reliable way to pay suppliers. The faster the supplier payment, the better your cash flow. The lower the foreign exchange fees, the better your margin. The same goes for getting paid across all your sales channels. Don't be that seller paying 2% automatic currency conversion fees on platforms. That's where we, World First, come in. We help over 1.2 million businesses move money quickly to overseas suppliers and collect funds from more than 130 marketplaces in local currency, including TikTok Shop. It's the simplest way to keep your cash flow moving and protect your margins from platform and bank fees. There's a link in the description if you want to check it out. Okay, let's close this out. This shift is reshaping the entire landscape of e-commerce. It's not theory, it's happening right now. Your survival depends on understanding the new rules and moving fast to implement them. The old playbook is obsolete. The new reality rewards preparation, speed, and local presence. What changes are you seeing as a buyer or seller? Share your experiences in the comments so we can all learn from this massive shift. Before you go, hit follow and subscribe to our channel. We're doubling down on practical e-commerce content built on insights from the 1.2 million businesses that trust us for cross-border payments. We're here to give that knowledge back to the community with insights just like this. See you in the next one.